Hi, Tim Barch here, McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. Your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2022 Ford Maverick. Well, 22 because we're going to talk about the Ford Maverick cancellations. So there are, unfortunately, some cancellations that have to happen on some 2022 Ford Maverick scheduled orders. So we're talking about those people that have already been scheduled for a build date, and they keep getting those pushed back. Some of those are getting canceled. So we're going to talk about it in this video. And we're going to kind of break down everything, all the information that we received from the memo that Ford sent out this morning. Just received it about 30 minutes ago. So we're going to cover this information here and go over what orders are affected, what's it look like, what's the plan for the future for these orders, and making sure they get built. So, of course, as always, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that way you can stay notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And don't forget, smash that like button. Maybe even if you don't like the news, go ahead and smash that thumbs down twice. So, no. Anyway, so just go ahead. If you didn't like it, smash it twice. So, anyway, I do want to kind of talk about this. So, the memo went out today. And there's some exceptions to this because I need to correct a few things that are on here that maybe other people can put out on social media. So that way I can kind of bust those myths in this video as well while we go ahead and give you the information. The memo that came out today says that we will be required to submit cancellations on certain scheduled 2022 model year Maverick hybrid orders due to supplier shortages at the 22 model year build out or balance out. So they balance out the year and say, okay, here's what we have, here's when we're ending. What parts do we have to go ahead and fulfill the orders that we can, and they kind of finish out what their plan is. Anything after that, they can't complete the rest of those orders. And so there are some orders that have been pushed. So what build dates are those? So actually, let me just continue on this. It says primarily retail orders will be impacted by these balance out cancellations. It says your sales and inventory teams will provide a list of the dealers impacted orders. So basically any order that is in the month of December. So for the build week, I should say. So if you have a build week of December 5th, December 12th, December 19th, anything in those weeks in December will get canceled eventually. So what's going to happen is those are going to stay in there because they're kind of placeholders right now. So they're not getting canceled right now because they need to look at those orders and make sure those orders are put in as a 23 order. So let me keep reading here. Ford is working on a solution to automatically transfer over these 22 model year canceled orders to a 23 model year on the dealer's behalf. Because as you know, order banks are closed, so we can't put new orders in. The Escape, Transit Connect, those order banks are open, so they did have some canceled orders, and it's easy for the dealers to go ahead and put a new order in for that customer because the order banks are still open, so we can prioritize as dealerships their order into a higher priority. But on the 23 model year Maverick, the order banks are closed. So in a sense, Ford has to do that for us on our behalf, and that's what their plan is. So when these orders are transferred to a 23 model year, we will plan to prioritize them ahead of other 23 model year hybrid orders pending other commodity restrictions. So it says a future communication will be provided when we have final instructions on moving these orders to 23 model year with any additional actions required. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to take those orders, they are going to duplicate it for the dealers as a 23 order. They're giving us back the allocations that we've earned. From what I can tell, I need to go through our orders to find out, and they're going to give us a list. But I know of at least 19 orders that we have that will be transferred over. So we'll get 19 allocations for extra allocations for 23 because since we already earned those and received those in 22. It does say in here that it'll be many weeks. It may not happening in the first month, but over several months you'll receive those allocations for dealers back to fulfill those orders that they're going to move over. So, my assuming is by prioritizing, they mean that since dealers can only put in a priority 10, that those will get like a priority 2 or a 9 or an 8, something between 1 and 9 anyway, because only dealers can allocate or any priorities from 10 to 19. So that's how that's going to work. So let's talk about some of the key dates. As of yesterday, or actually the 16th, it says the affected 22 Maverick hybrid orders were moved to December 12th build week. So some of you might have gotten emails last night, but those effects were actually made this weekend to a lot of those orders. And actually it's saying December 12th, but some of them are December 5th as well. So the dealer memo does say those orders, those affected orders, are for scheduled build dates of the 12th. But after talking to the Maverick team, they did tell me anything into the month of December. So the week of December 5th, the week of December 12th, or the December 19th. And if there ends up being another one after that, those will be affected too. So anything after December 5th are being affected. Now, some other dates, they don't have a date yet on this, but they said affected 22 Maverick hybrid orders will be transferred to a 23 order and canceled on the dealer's behalf. So the 22 order will stay in there for right now. Once they transfer those over to 23 and prioritize them, then they'll cancel the 22 order on the dealer's behalf. The dealer doesn't need to do anything. Please don't go in and delete any orders. It would not be a good idea. Also, then they said late October, which we don't have a definitive date, we will get follow-up communication provided with additional actions or next steps. Let's talk about price protection. So it does say in here that price protection and incentive protection details will be communicated at a later date. So my assumption is they will be price protected. They will get some sort of incentive. I am waiting to hear back. I did ask if those that had one of those orders, since they were going to get the low interest rates that were locked in when they ordered for 22, will they get low interest rate for the 23 order? And he was not sure. He needed to talk to someone that could answer that for them. So that's we're still finding that out. Again, there is communication at a later date that will give us that information on price protection and incentive lock, but we'll have to find out. Hopefully, both of those are locked in for those that got scheduled already. If they didn't get scheduled, that's different. I understand that, but for those that got scheduled, hopefully both of those. Of course, I'm almost positive we'll see a price protection for those, but we'll probably hopefully get an incentive protection as well for those orders. It's really whether or not how they can be able to manage it and be able to tell that these specific orders would get incentive lock, and that would be the hard thing, is whether or not they can be able to tell that in the system for that to happen. So. Anyway, so there you go. The little news update here. So again, if you have a 22 scheduled order, if it's for the weeks of December 5th, 12th, 19th, it will be eventually canceled, and you'll be getting a 23 Maverick order instead of a 22. So now, one of the things we did talk about in last night's live stream is that they will be duplicated over as close as it can be. So, in 23, the XLT, or the luxury packages, are losing some features like the spray and bed liner, the bed rails, and the remote start. Those they did say will have to be put on at the dealer. Not sure if we're going to be able to make any changes to those 22 orders or to those orders, because they're going to be a lower priority. In the past, we've been able to make changes, but we had to change that priority from a 2 to a 10, make those changes, and then tell our Ford reps. I'm not sure that's something we're going to be able to do for these orders, because we don't have that Ford rep anymore to be able to do that for us. Now that's done at a national level. So I would probably say we can't make any changes to those orders. Color changes, probably we can, but probably need to wait until they get scheduled and then make that color change if that's not a color you like. That would be my assumption and how that would need to be handled. So anyway, so that's the news that we have here. So, of course, drop your questions down below. If you have any questions about this, I can help answer. We'll be going live on Facebook this Thursday night. If I get any more information that I can share then we can answer those questions on the Facebook Live. Otherwise, always check back. We can answer those questions next week on the Tuesday night live stream. So if you're new to this, if you're getting this information and you have never seen any of my videos before, we do a lot of different videos. Keep you updated on different news, whether it be Maverick or any Ford model or Lincoln model. But also we do a live stream every Tuesday night. So check back Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central, and you can see our live stream where we cover all the production information and news, dealer news updates like this that we talk about. I didn't want to wait until Tuesday to discuss this, so that's why I'm doing a special video here. Again, of course, don't forget, click that, smash that thumbs up. Not that you're liking this information, but that you're liking that the video's gone out. I'd really appreciate it. It does help out the video, helps get this out for other people that have one on order, that they can get that information. Feel free to share this video out on the different social media sites. I did not share it to the different Facebook groups or Reddit groups, so feel free to share this out. If you want to get the word out, it is on Maverick Truck Club, but that's about the only other group it's on. So if you want to do that, I'd really appreciate it. So I don't want to try to incentivize my video out there on some of those Facebook groups. But if you want to do that, you want to get that information out, feel free to do that. I'd really appreciate it. And again, of course, thanks for watching the video and the live stream. Of course, drop your questions if you have any, or you can, of course, email us at fordvideoguy@gmail.com with any questions that you might have. So I think that's all I have for this video. So until the next one, don't forget, stay positive, and hopefully we get through this and we get your Maverick as soon as possible. And if you do, I think it's actually unfortunate that if you have a 22 scheduled, but you're going to be getting a 23, which, since it will be arriving in the calendar year of 23, I think it's a better thing of having a 23 model year vehicle and 23 calendar year for you instead of having a 22. And I think those might get, they'll get built pretty quick as well, and should get scheduled pretty quick too. So anyway, so if I get any more information on being able to make changes to those orders and incentives, we'll be posting that and giving you a video on that as well. So again, thanks for watching this video. Till the next one, we'll see you later.